All right, the continuing saga, learning to straight shave. Today I'm going to use Ariana and Evan's Maullu Legacy, which I transferred to this old Tob's container because those glass bottles are too slick to use in the shower. So Maullu is definitely one of the soaps that I can trust. I have my AKA Joker brush with the cashmere knot with... I'm going to be creating my base lather here in this, just a plain metal bowl. No ridges, nothing. This has become my favorite bowl to use. Yeah, I know, ridge. They're not necessary, guys. Now, will they speed things up? Probably, but you can whip up just as good a lather in one of these as you can in one of those. Anyway, this has become my favorite. And we've got the gold dollar straight razor again, and I brought the Yaqi Ghost 0.90 millimeter blade gap with a Tatra blade, brand new. The reason I brought this is I've been watching Barber Dave's tutorials on straight shaving, and he says for the first week, do your first pass, your down pass with your DE, then lather up again, and then do your straight. I don't think I'm up to that. So I brought this just in case, but I don't think I'm going to use it. I think look, I'm not saying I'm up to Barber Dave's standards at all, right? But I've got 5 of these under my belt, so I'm not too concerned about hitting a hair and stopping. I don't think I'm going to do that. So let's get into this. Now, the other day we were talking about the lather, this new lather. Now, the lather that Doug had me make, we had a dry soap and a dry brush. Didn't even moisten it. And what he does is he puts his fingers in here and he digs around in the soap for, I don't know, 20 seconds or whatever, right? And he gets all this dry soap on his brush. I personally didn't like that. So, I've been kind of messing with this the past couple days. And I think I can go ahead and load the brush normally and then do everything else the way Doug says. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do quite a long load on this, maybe 30, 40 seconds. I'm just going to dip my tips in. I'm not even going to get the whole knot wet. I mean, literally, that's it. And I'm going to shake that out. And you know what? I'm going to do the water just on the soap like this, right? And I'm going to pour that out. And then shake that out. So it's just the tips that are wet. And then I'm just going to load this for, say, 30 seconds. I'm going to get a little more water here, just the tip of it. Shake it out, just because it's getting too pasty. Now notice we're not building a lather in there at all, but we're getting all this soap on the brush. So I think I've done 20 seconds. I'm going to dip just a little more, one more time, and I'll do the last 10 count with this. Now, and I'm not pressing my brush in there. You can see I'm not mashing it down in there. I'm just, okay, well, that should be enough. And we've created this goopy, gross mess there. Now, the next part of this is, we're not even going to wet the face. Oh, sorry. My bad. My bad. I jumped ahead of myself. I'm going to put about half a teaspoon of water in here. You can't see it, but there's about half a teaspoon of water down in there. And I'm gonna work up a paste with this in this bowl. Now we're not going for a lather. We're going for glue, okay? So I'm just gonna, that little bit of water, just to get it to spread around a little bit. And what I'm doing is I'm creating I guess I'm creating a paste because that's going to be the foundation of what we're doing here. Now I can add a little bit of water. And again, I'm just going to just dip the tips in there and go in there. We're not really adding a whole bunch of water right now. Just a little bit of moisture to get it moving around, right? And if you can see, all I'm doing is just building a paste. This is the breakthrough I had with Doug the other day that made such a great lather. Now, guys, before we get any further with this, there are a million different ways to lather, okay? Like, look at Chris Yeti, right? He doesn't do this, and he gets a fantastic lather. Look at Peter Charkalis. He's the GOAT. He doesn't do this. He gets a fantastic lather. Many people have their ways, and I'm not saying this is the best one, but it's the first one that's worked for me. So, anyway, I've tried Peter's method a million times, and I just can't get my lather to explode like that. And I've tried Chris's method, and I just don't have the patience to take that much time to do it. Although, this is pretty close in time to the way Chris does it. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more water. Just dip the tips in one more time. This will be the last time I do it. And we're just building a very, very dry lather. A paste, right? You can see it's like glue. That's what it is. It's Elmer's glue. I'm shaving with Elmer's glue. Okay. All right. That's probably good enough, I would imagine. Let me give it 10 more seconds of this. Okay. All right. So there we go with that. And this is just loaded with soap. Okay. Now, I do have a bucket of water here in the sink. And from this point forward, guys, I don't know. I may talk to you guys. I may not. I kind of want to focus on this. Anyway, and I'm only doing one side, so there's that. Okay. We're not going to add water. We're just going to go dry. And that should give you that thick, pasty, as Peter C. calls it, the spackle. Now you can say you're probably sitting there saying, but Mully, if you don't wet your face, well, your face is dry. Yeah, but guys, when you add water to it, it's not like it's a barrier between, you know, the outside and the inside. The water's going to get there. Your face is going to be wet by the time you start to shave. So it doesn't matter. All right, but look how thick that is. Now, you're not going to want to shave with this because it's just like I said, it's like spackle. If you shave like this, it'd be like shaving through glue. So I'm just going to dip the tips in just a little bit, add a little bit of water in there, and just take it back and forth. Okay, add a little more water. You know, instead of me sitting here going, add a little more water, add a little more water, if you see me reaching to the front and my brush is out of sight, I'm getting water. I don't need to insult you guys like that. Yeah, and you know what? Since I'm only doing one side, I probably really didn't need to load up so much soap. Probably could have done half of it. Well, half a face, half a side, right? But yeah, look at this. It's already getting thick and dense. Now, one thing I need to pay attention to for myself is I'm putting the water up top, but not so much at bottom. I need to get complete coverage of that, you know. Now, realistically, I don't have time for this every day. I mean, I'm not going to do this every single time I shave. I'm going to do my way that I'm used to doing it. But as hopefully I will pick up a system here that will help me down the line to improve my own lathers. Okay, here we go, kids. Time to shave. All right, let me put my towel down. You know, Barber Dave suggests getting a sponge, a wet sponge. Keep a wet sponge here. All right. That's right. Okay, now how do you go about getting here? Oh, there you go. You use the tail end of it. All right, that works. That works. All right. Interesting. Okay. Let's load up for a second down pass. Okay. All right. You know what? We'll call that there. I'm happy with that. Hell, I think I did a lot better today than I did before. It's not bad. Now, of course, I don't feel like I've shaved because I'm only doing a down pass. So I'm going to finish off the shave with my DE. Clean this off a little bit first. All right. Make sure that, well, there's a little bit of soap down in there. I want to get that out. But you know what? I can clean this later. Get that soap out of there. All right. All right. Well, there we go. Not bad. I think that went a lot better today. Don't you guys think? I mean, it's not perfect, but it looked a lot better, didn't it? I cleaned more area off. Look at that. Huh. Interesting. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to finish. Oh, 21 minutes. Good God. All right. I'm going to finish off my shave here, and I'll possibly see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out, and y'all have a good night. Y'all stay smooth. Oh, we'll call that a partial shave. Y'all stay smooth.